On today's episode of the Cryptoverse, block ads or get paid to view them. Those are your two choices. Now, I think I'd personally take the money. Thank you very much. How about you? So no, this is not a thought experiment. If you've been with me for a while now, watching the Cryptoverse, then you may remember a little episode I did back in April of 2017 now. Wow. This was when I was one of the first people to interview Brendan Eich about his new creation, which was the Brave web browser and the associated Ethereum token called the Basic Attention Token, which is the BAT, B-A-T, if you want to look it up. Now, the idea being that the Brave browser, which I'm sure many of you are already using, it would naturally block online ads with the option of turning the ads on, viewing the ads, in exchange for payment in Basic Attention Tokens, right? So I've been personally anticipating the full-blown launch of this for over a year, and now the first set of users are about to get the option to let the ads run and get paid for them in exchange for 70% of the ad money. So all of that on today's episode of the Cryptoverse, so stay right there. Alright, fine. Maybe I'll alternate in between doing EOS videos and non-EOS videos, this one being a non-EOS video. And I've changed the scenery again for you today. This is a public, like a little forest, so there's going to be some odd sounds around and so on, so we'll see how that goes, and bugs, but we'll see. So, due to an official announcement on Brave.com, apparently user trials for opt-in ads that reward those users are going live this month, June 2018. So this is the holy grail of what Brave promised from the start. And if you haven't seen the Brendan Eich interview, it's still relevant. Go back and watch that, because it'll give you an overview of the whole project. I think I spent an hour odd talking to Brendan about it. So, key question, where does the money come from? Well, the money comes from advertisers, right? And that money from advertisers, it usually gets split in between going to the ad agency and then going to the publisher, as it's called. So that's basically the site that is displaying the ad. So that might be a blog, a news website. That's the publisher. The ad agency sits in the middle, finds the customer, the advertiser, and then places the ad with the publisher, right? So that's normally where all the money goes. And supposedly, historically, what the user gets out of it is, well, they get the free content, right? But the argument is that users are not being adequately compensated for their attention, because ads are getting more and more invasive and prevalent and so on. So check this out. Google, Facebook and Twitter, the reason they make so much money is not just because they've got so many users, is because they effectively act as the website owner and the advertising agency. So you don't have to deal with an advertising agency, you just go straight to Facebook, Google or Facebook's advertising system to place ads on those platforms. So they've long outgrown the need to have an external ad agency like a lot of smaller businesses do. The idea with the Brave browser is that it will automatically, by default, block the ads unless you turn them on. So this is a completely different model to, say, the traditional browsers where you have to install an ad blocker if you want to block ads, otherwise they run. So it flips the model completely on its head. Now, if you do turn on the ads, it doesn't just stop blocking ads on the page, right? So it actually replaces the ads on the page through the Brave browser. So this is how money gets into the system. So normally you'd browse to a blog, say, and an ad would appear. Well, Brave's going to block that straight away, and it's now going to replace that ad with one of its own, a ad that compensates you, right? So the advertiser will buy some Basic Attention Token from the market. They'll use that to pay for their advertising campaign through the Brave system, okay? So then the ads are shown to those users of the Brave browser who have opted to turn on the ads and who want to get paid 70% of the ad money in Basic Attention Tokens, of course, because that's the currency that the advertisers are paying in. So advertisers spend money on the ads. That money, 70% of that money anyway, goes to the users who are willing to view those ads. And everyone else who blocks it, fine, they just block it, right? So those users who then allow ads to be shown and they earn 70% of the ad money, you've now got a bunch of Basic Attention Tokens. You can choose to sell those tokens on an exchange, and there'll always be a flow of money, right? Because advertisers will be constantly feeding money in to the market, buying basic attention tokens to run new advertising campaigns. So you'll always be able to sell the basic attention tokens that you earn all the time. So here's an important point though. It's not like the Brave browser has this special section like at the top or the side where the ads appear, right? If you visit a blog, like I said a minute ago, that's monetized with like a banner ad across the top or down the side, Brave will either block them, or it will block the ad that's supposed to run on the page and actually replace it right in the same place, with one of its own ads, which an advertiser has paid for with basic attention tokens. So kind of interesting, isn't it? If I ran a blog and I've done a deal with an ad agency to display their client's advert, then you visit my blog with your Brave browser, that ad banner gets blocked, and instead you see a completely different ad that Brave has sold to an advertiser. So this is very, very interesting stuff. That incentivizes me as the blog owner to actually fire my ad agency and just go through Brave. Otherwise, I'm never going to get any money. Brave's just going to block my ads, aren't they? So the reason this matters is because if the user opts in to see the ads, well, they only want to see the ads that they receive the advertising money from. So they're saying, unless Brave can show me an ad that pays me 70% of the money, just block it. So that means Google ads, Facebook ads, Twitter ads, YouTube ads, all of those, they don't go through the Brave system, so I don't want to see them, right? Only show me ads that are going to pay me basic attention tokens. And the way you do this is just install the Brave browser, use that to browse the web, and turn the feature on, and that's it. It's so easy for the user. And the wallet for basic attention tokens is going to be built into the browser itself. It's going to be super easy. It's so exciting. So, as well as that option to simply sell your basic attention token into the market, probably selling it to new advertisers, you sell them on an exchange, obviously. You could also use your basic attention tokens that you've earned. You could use it as a currency to pay for premium content. You could use it to tip your favorite content creators, for example, right? You could do whatever you want with it, or you could just sell it, right? Because it's a cryptocurrency. So that's basically a recap of what we already know. So I just did that to make sure everyone's on the same page. The news is that Basic Attention Token / the Brave browser organization, they've begin conducting real-world user trials this month, June 2018. So after that, quote, in a few months, close quote, once they're satisfied with the results of their tests and their real user trials and all that stuff, they'll then begin expanding the number of users in the trials to eventually get a full rollout. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say we're midway through 2018. It's plausible that by the end of the year it will be fully released to the world, and we can all then start earning basic attention tokens just by browsing the same blogs that we always have, except we're getting 70% of the ad money that we weren't previously getting before. Sweet. So you can actually apply to be part of this user trial if you want to. If you want to be part of the user group, there's a page on community.brave.com. It's / a load of stuff. So I'll put the link for that in the sources for today if you want to be part of that user group or apply for a position. So this is not just about rewarding users for their attention though, it's also about privacy. So in the traditional online advertising model, the ad agency, they would collect every possible bit of information from your device, right, when you visit a web page, in order to determine, what's the best ad to show you, right? So it would capture screen resolution, whether you're using an iPhone or a Chrome browser or Firefox or whatever. It collects all the information to create some kind of fingerprint so that it can then figure out if you visit another website whether that's the same person or not. Brendan Eich talks about that in the interview. Go watch it. In the Brave model, by contrast, a small what they call catalog of ads is downloaded to your device. So that's happening inside the Brave app itself. Then it's the Brave app on your device that decides which ad within the catalog to show to you, right? And it does that based on your browsing data, which is also stored on your device and is never shared outside of that. So everything happens on your device, and that's where the privacy element comes in. So what it's going to do, it's going to learn what ads you like and dislike, and this all happens on your device, remember. All that machine learning and all that data just stays on your iPhone or your laptop or whatever. So keeping all your data private, rather than the current model where it would be just that data will be flying backwards and forwards between the website you're visiting and the ad agency and you and your device, and that's all terrible stuff, right? That's your data and it belongs to you, right? So these are the kind of real world use cases for blockchain technology that I personally really like talking about the most. You can probably tell the enthusiasm for today's video. And just in case you missed it, the basic attention token is an Ethereum based cryptocurrency which acts as this global auditable currency within the Brave advertising system. So that's why it's relevant to our conversation about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies and blockchains, and that's why it's on the Cryptoverse show. So I'll ask you again, when the choice becomes available to you and me and everybody, which one are you going to choose? As Mr. Miyagi would say, ads on or ads off? So that's all I've got for you today, guys. If you like this episode, go ahead, hit the like button. Please leave me a comment below with some feedback and get subscribed. And if you would like more information like this, if you think I'm a good teacher, check out my structured online courses. They will teach you either about the tech behind blockchain technology, if you want to know exactly how it works under the hood, if you want to know how to make and save money with Bitcoin, or if you want to learn how to trade cryptocurrencies, head over to cryptoversity.com. The link will be down below this video, and you can check out any one of those online courses with a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's all I've got for you today, guys, so I'll be back with the next episode of the Cryptoverse. Until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.